Hey guys, Sensei Jeff here to help you make your Battle of the Books bookmark. Miss Hilbert or I will have sent you this link either on Google Classroom or whatever, and you click on this link, um, it takes you here. Okay. First step is click on Copy and Tinker. So now you're going to copy and tinker. So now you should have your own design of this. You should, in fact, change the name first. So I'm going to go with Sensei Jeff, and then Battle of the Books and enter. Okay. Close that little thing if you've got it. All right. Right now I'm too zoomed in. I'm going to click on the home, and now I can see the whole screen. You can do that at any time yourself. All right. So you've got a couple of options for your design for your bookmark. You could have a classic, just square, rectangular bookmark. You could have an oval bookmark. You could have this hexagonal bookmark or like a little cloud bookmark. Okay. So pick the one that seems the most interesting to you and delete the others. So I like the cloud one. Let's do the cloud one. So I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to get rid of this one. And I'm going to get rid of this one. Now I've got my cloud. I'll move it to the middle of the screen. I want mine to have, yeah, I like this little guy. I'm going to move him onto my bookmark somewhere. He doesn't fit, so I'll make him smaller at some point. And then he already has a hawk on him. So if we look at our little book guy, he's already got a little hackberry hawk on him. So I don't need this second hawk. I can have that, and you're welcome to use it however you wish. I'm going to delete it in mine so that I can use my little box and book here. All right, I'm going to shrink him down. You see how I did that? I just clicked on him, and then I choose one of these squares, and he will shrink down to whatever size you choose. Okay, now grab him again and move him where I want him. I want him over here. Yeah, put him over there. Okay, next I'm going to come over to this thing, and I'm in basic shapes. I want that. I need text. That's what I want. There we go. Text. Okay. In this text, I get to choose what it says. So I click on it, and I want it to say, maybe I would make it my Battle of the Books team name. Maybe I want it to be my own name. I'm just going to put Sensei on mine. Sensei. Because maybe that's my team name. Okay. And yes, Sensei. Okay. So that's my name there. I'm welcome to change the font if I don't like how that looks. There's a couple of different ones. There's not that many, but there's just a few that you can look through and decide on the one you like best. Yeah, I think that one looks good. And it doesn't matter what color it is because it's going to print in a single color on your when we print, and we'll just have to choose it on the printer. Okay, so I want this a little bit smaller. I want that to go away. Go away, text box. Okay. Okay, a little bit smaller. Good. So right now, this is going to print, and I can move this square like this. So it'll look like this with it sticking up really far. I don't like how far that's sticking up. So I'm going to take this and shrink it down. If I go too small, it won't show up at all. Okay, I got to bring it up. I want it bumping up just a little bit. Yeah, so it's got just a little bump. So it's just barely sticking up. Sensei. Now, I could do the same thing with this. So when I click on this, there's two options. I can either have it solid or I can have it as a whole. I want it as a whole for me because I want it to cut through, and you'll just be able to see this on the other side. It'll look like a hole that isn't even there. Okay. Yeah, and so these two are already set up how I want. If I wanted this one to be a hole, I could go here and change this one into a hole, and now both of these are a hole, and it would just cut through, and I'd be able to see it. I can choose to cut it all the way through. The way that it is right now, I don't think you'll see it on the other side. Yeah, see, it doesn't show up on the other side. So to do that, if I wanted it to show up on the other side, I could make it a little bigger and then take this little cone thing and scoot it down. And now it'll cut all the way through like that. Okay. So, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make it just a solid. So I'm going to press undo, undo, undo. Yeah, good. Now it's just the bump up like I like. Okay. You are also welcome to add some other things. I can go into my basic shapes over here, or I can search on this. Let's say I wanted to do, I know there's a lightning bolt or a star in there. So I'm going to scroll down. There's like a skull in there. Ooh, there's a star. I like that star. Ooh, there's a Saturn. Ooh, I like that. The little planet. I'm going to take that and stick it on there. Okay. Now I'm going to shrink this down so that it fits in there. I'm going to move it over here. Let's see. I don't like where that is. It's okay. Yeah, I'm going to turn it a little bit. I think it's too, yeah. So if I want to turn it, I can turn it like this. Okay. So I can make it whatever shape I like. Oh, yeah, like that. I think that looks good. Okay. And it's bumping up. I want it to bump up just like Sensei bumps up. And the other one's going to be a hole. Okay. So I can add anything else that I want to these. It shouldn't bump up really tall. If you are doing anything like this and you're printing it really tall like that, I'm not going to print that. So make sure that you're keeping it nice and thin so that it makes a good bookmark. A really fat bookmark doesn't make sense for your pages. Okay, you're welcome to add whatever you want onto these little things. I don't want them any bigger than I made them for you already. So this little cloud thing and the other shapes, you don't get to go any bigger than that. So make sure that's the right size. And once you're ready to print, you're going to select everything. And this unions that it makes them a union. And so it's all connected. Now it's one object. And so when it prints, it'll look kind of like that.